Spread her down.
I really don't know what that's done.
I don't know. I was like almost done spreading a load in and it spit out this metal pipe.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know what that is. But it sheared off 2 bolts.
No big deal.
So now we gotta go get some of those to finish.
Stand on,
I gotta move it in some way. Is that what you're saying?
Let me find it.
Okay, so I gotta stand on one of these. Also, I'm fairly certain that it's
Actually,
snowing.
You better, well, you should get on and close your tailgate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close it, you said?
Yeah. Okay. Push with your foot a little bit. There, got it.
You got it?
Yep. Okay, then we put the other one in.
Nice.
Okay, now we need a knot.
That was easy. You need the lock washers?
Yeah.
I don't think I can hold this side. Maybe. What is happening? That's not the right size, is it?
Let me run down and get another one.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get it.
The other one's right?
Yeah, the
okay.
other one's right. All right, let me go get it.
All right. I'll tighten that one while you're gone. They don't give you a lot of room. So we got one on there and I just tightened that up. We're not going to tighten it too much because those are not grade 8 bolts. We don't have any. There was some here, but I guess we must have used them and then not replaced them. We have some other ones here that are bigger for something else. I'm not really sure what those are for, but he's going to go grab that other nut. We're going to spread out this load and maybe do a couple more loads, but if we hit anything, even just a stick or something, these bolts might shear off. So when we go to town sometime, we'll have to pick up some actual grade 8 1/4-inch bolts for that, and it's probably some extras to stick in here. So if that happens again, we won't have to run somewhere to fix it. I really don't know where that pipe came from, but it's causing quite a bit of trouble. By the way, guys, hi, welcome to a new video. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day, so we're out and about right now, actually at the USDA office. So Brent had to go in and sign some paperwork for the drought relief. I guess they're going to be giving farmers some financial help for the drought. So everybody around has signed up for that. We had to make a run to get our filters anyway. So these are the filters that we use to filter the milk. We like the Kenag ones. We used to use Tuffy, but they're a little too thick and we have really high butter fat. So we had problems with actually getting the milk to go through those filters. These ones are a little thinner and they seem to work really, really well. So we got 2 boxes of those. There's 100 in each box. Those are the 2 1/4 by 24 inch stock filters. And there's 100 in each box. So we should be able to go 100 days because we use 2 a day. So we picked up those. And then we also got a snap because we like to have a replacement snap and we don't have one. So we picked up one of those to hook the cows up with. And yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come out. So his eye is still messed up, so I'm supposed to be driving. But right now I'm relaxing in the passenger seat. I don't think he'll be in there long. I really think he just had to sign a paper. But we had to have the vet or a hoof trimmer. You had to have a vet or a hoof trimmer, corroborate. Is that a word? It doesn't sound right. We had to have a vet actually write down that you did have the amount of cows that we said we had. Sign a form that said we have 90 cows. Otherwise, I'm sure there would be people taking advantage of things and saying that they have cows that they don't actually have and getting more money. So we had to get that paper and then go sign something. I don't know. He can explain it to you guys when he comes out. Then we need to go get something to eat because I'm absolutely starving. It's like 10:30. We were supposed to be here at 11, but we got here kind of early. So yeah, we didn't spread much after our incident yesterday with the spreader. We do have to pick up some bolts today too for that. It started raining and snowing. It actually snowed pretty hard. None of it stuck because it's like 50 today. So it's still drizzly and raining today. So probably we'll go back and spread some today. We're getting a really, really good start on it. I think we'll be able to get both of the spreaders going here in a couple days. So yeah. Is this the roof of a building? It is, isn't it? It must be really high right here. Hello again, guys. We are back at the farm. It's actually a couple days later. It's very windy, so I hope you can hear me at all. So we had some snow yesterday, actually, and it just melted off this morning. The cows are in the barn. That's why I didn't start off in the barn, because I don't want to get them all excited. It's actually like 2 o'clock, so it's really close to when we should be beginning nighttime chores, so I don't want to get them all wound up. We left them in last night, mostly because of the snow, and also because the freestall and the pad both need to be cleaned off. But we wanted to spend today spreading manure, so that's what we did. We've actually been spreading for like the last 4 days, not straight, but pretty good. We'll do like 3 or 4 hours a day or something like that. And we have gotten quite far along in our spreading. So you can see this pile over here is much smaller. Brent's been chipping that off as we go and mixing it with the soupy stuff, just so we put a little bit of that aged manure on every field that we're doing. And I think that's really gonna help things grow better next year. I'm kind of hoping that we get a lot of snow this year, which I know sounds awful. I don't really like snow that much. But I hope we get some in the spring because, like everybody always says, poor man's fertilizer. A lot of snow in the spring usually means you get a pretty good crop. So Brent did a little more running around. We had to pick up a couple, not actually Crystalix tubs, because we actually found a different kind. I'm not really sure what kind it is. It might be Blue Seal. That's actually cheaper. Maybe it's like Neutrina. I don't know. It's something like that. It's actually a little bit cheaper, a little bit heavier, and a higher percentage of protein. So the ones we had been getting were 14% protein, I think. And this one is a 20. So we put one of those out for these cows. I'll take you guys up and show you the heifers. The cows aren't outside, but eventually the cows will have it. And we put one out for the heifers at the other barn, the young heifers. So they each have one. The one at the heifer barn, there's only 6 of them over there, and they're all under like 350 pounds. So I would say that we only probably need to give them maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 in a winter? Maybe not even. Maybe they'll only go through 2 in one winter. I don't know. But those were actually like $40 or $50 cheaper, and like I said, a higher percentage of protein. So if they end up working out, we are going to switch to those. Because who doesn't like to save a little bit of money, especially nowadays? So I think the heifers finished up their bale that we gave them last night. Or maybe not. Yeah, they did. So I'll have to give them another one tonight. Cows actually stayed in last night as well. So I don't know. Oh, so he put that right there. It's Kent. That's what it is, Kent. And they're all lapping on that right now, so I guess they're enjoying that. So there's not really a lot going on other than spreading manure, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. It's all we have been doing, literally, for the last days. And it's been going well, other than the one mishap we had spreading out that metal pipe. This is kind of out of the wind, so I guess this is a good place as any to sit down and show you guys what I wanted to show you, since this morning I got a message about our milk results. So we get milk results probably like 3 or 4 times a week. And what that is just going to be like our butter fat, protein levels, somatic cell, PI count, just all the things you want to know about your milk. Weed just slapped me in the face. Just a lot of things you can use to tell how your cows are doing health-wise, and obviously to tell the quality of your milk and everything. So I figured I'd show you guys that. I don't think I've ever shared that with you guys, so I got it at 8:30 this morning. So SPC is going to be your standard plate count, and what that just means is, I think it's like the bacteria count in your milk before they take the PI. So the PI would be the preliminary incubation, and they take the milk and they, for a certain amount of hours, they put it at like 52 degrees or something like that, and they see how much bacteria grows from that. And then that's going to be your PI count. Your standard plate count is the bacteria count, I believe, do not quote me, before they take it and they let it incubate to see what's going to happen. So that's around 4,000, which is fairly low. So usually if it's around 4,000, our PI will be like maybe 7,000 or something like that. And that's supposed to be under, it's either 50 or 100,000 it's supposed to be under. I'll actually show it to you guys. I'm not sure why I'm not showing it to you guys. I do have it on my phone. So then we have on the 7th of November, we have BF, so that's our butterfat, which is 4.4. And then we have protein, 3.17. Both of those are very good. OS, not really sure what that stands for, so I can't really tell you what that is. But somatic cell, this SCC is going to be our somatic cell. That is 280, which is going to be a little bit on the high side. You have to be under 400,000, so it's still obviously fine, perfectly acceptable. But the reason it's high is because we did have a cow that was on the end of her lactation. We just dried her off yesterday, and this test is from, it's the 12th right now, so this was 5 days ago. We just dried her off yesterday. At the end of her lactation, she has 1/4 that her somatic cell always goes up in that when she needs to be dried off. I think that's probably why it's a little bit higher, because we've done some testing. We haven't had any issues with high somatic cells, so I'm pretty sure it's her. So that should go down in the next couple of days. And then we have our MUN, which stands for milk urea nitrogen. And what that has to do with is it's basically just telling you your cow's protein level, like how they're digesting their protein. And that's supposed to be, a good range is 11 to 14. Anything over 14 usually means they're getting an excessive amount of protein in their diet. Really, really low number under 11 is going to mean that they're just not getting enough protein. So that number actually went up for us. 13 is great. It's right in the middle of the road. We were down by like 10.9 because we had stopped feeding green feed, which is where most of our protein was coming from, and we were only feeding dry hay and their grain. Then when we switched over to our wrapped silage, it started going back up again because that has much higher levels of protein than dry hay, obviously. So the numbers that it's at right now are perfect, and we'd like to keep it there. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. It might seem like it's out of nowhere, but there was a reason I wanted to share this with you guys. So 2 days ago was the day that we went to the USDA office to sign some paperwork that had to do with the disaster relief from the drought and everything. Usually we wouldn't do anything like that, but they contacted Brent like several times. So he finally went in to just see if, you know, I mean, if we can get some money for feed, it would help out a lot, because the milk prices have actually dropped in the last couple of months. I think the advanced rate was like $16 a hundredweight, and that is really, really low. You do get more than that, obviously. You get like 20, I think it's like 22 or $23 a hundredweight right now, which is still really low. Back in 2014, when gas was like half the price, milk was $24 a hundredweight then. So things have gone up in the world that you have to pay for, like gas and groceries and your light bill, and milk has pretty much stayed the same. So it just makes farming harder and harder and harder. But you just have to buckle down and, you know, don't buy things you don't need. So any money that we could get to buy feed, that's what it's for. It's to replace your feed, which is going to be hard because nobody has feed. But that's the whole reason they want to give farmers some money, is to just help them replace the feed that they've lost. So he had to actually do a couple things. The drought caused us to have to pump water, obviously, you guys know that. So they will actually reimburse you for that because that's part of the drought. And so we just gave him some low numbers of that. I think we told him we pumped for 5 days, but we actually did pump for like 10 days. But we would do that most of the time anyway, probably about half the years we'll do that anyway. So we weren't gonna just like say, here, give us a ton of money because we've been pumping. So we went on the really low side of that, and then obviously we have about pretty much a little over half the amount of hay that we would usually get. So we just gave him all the numbers on that, and I think he's gonna call Brent and they're gonna see if anything comes of it. Maybe he'll get some money from it, maybe not, who knows. So that's kind of where this came from, wanting to show you guys that. It was just the number side of the milk and the number side of how we make the milk and just how difficult it is sometimes to tie the two together. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'm just kind of rambling on, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's probably on the shorter side. If you want to see more manure spreading, please let me know if you guys would enjoy that or if it would bore you. Either way, comment down below. I always enjoy having you guys along with me. And if you enjoyed seeing the number side of it or hearing the number side of it, let me know that as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the start to the winter season, because honestly it's been very cold here the last few days, and it's kind of like a reality check of what's to come. But it always goes by fast, most of the time anyway, till about February, and then it seems like it creeps by. But before you know it, we'll be getting out there for spring spreading, and we'll be planting oats and stuff, and that's just going to be really exciting in and of itself. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. Keep it real, keep farming, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.